Welcome to Golden Op the Gaming. Today we're going to be updating the Steam OS install process because with newer GPUs, it's harder to get it to work. This kind of came to my attention last year a little bit. People were getting 99,000 AMD series cards and were wondering how to install. And I would drop in my old, outdated how to install video. So this is going to be a little updated. I do not have a 9000 series card, but this process helped me get it installed on my laptop and my settings. Let me get my settings up so you can see what I got on my current laptop that I just bought. Get that open, pop that over there. This is what I have it installed on right now. I purchased Asus Tough Gaming A16, and it comes with a 7700 RX graphics card. Now this, I tried to install the older version. It didn't work. It would not go into game scope mode. It would come up to a black screen. It just would not work unless I had an external monitor plugged in. Then it would work properly. So after fighting with it for like 3 or 4 days, I was like, I'm just going to install Bazite because if I gotta just use desktop mode on SteamOS, what's the point? So I installed Bazite and the same issue. For some reason, it couldn't find my uh, discrete GPU. Don't know why, just couldn't. So I'd have to use desktop mode. It'll boot automatically in desktop mode there. And so I went looking for this in particular. I didn't. That's not what I typed in, but I can't remember what I typed in. I think it was like how to install SteamOS on AMD GPU 7000 series plus, and I came up with this, and I'm going to show you how to get in here, and we're going to install it. Um, Hopefully, I'm not going to try to make this video too long. If it gets too long, I'll edit it. But what we need to do is go here first, and this is what I first looked at. I was like, crap, I got to do all that, and I was prepared to do that. But then I read down a little more, got to this guy right here. Shout out to Alternative Bid 4946. He was like, had the same issue with main branch, however, with latest build from October 27th, it worked without issues. Currently run a 9060 XT. So, and I have a 7700. Now my 6700 it already worked. So what we do was come to this site here, and you want the Steam Deck Repair main version. This is what you want if you're going to be installing it on newer GPUs. So you want to click on this one. Let's click downloads. I got a lot of downloads here. Save. And that's going to download for us. And I need to get some other stuff set up because I'm going to do this in a virtual machine so you can get a cleaner look at how this works. So I'm going to come over here. And you're not going to do any of this, so don't even worry about this. You just need to worry about the downloads and the other processes that we're going to need to get this going. All right, so I'm going to do, let's see, this here. I don't have the media yet, so I need to wait. So we'll come back once we have the media. Let's close that out. So that's about 31 seconds. Now what you're going to need for this, now they tell you on Steam OS download. Let's see. So I think it's here. It'll tell you to come here, and it'll tell you to use Rufus or something. Not seeing where it is, but anyway. Let's go here. All right. Here, they'll be like, hey, install SteamOS, download SteamOS from here. On Windows, you use Rufus. If you're on Windows, you're going to use Rufus. For Mac OS, you're going to use Balena Etcher. And you're on Linux, you're definitely going to use Balena Etcher. So that's what we're going to use. We're going to use uh, Balena Etcher to get this installed. Looks like we got that downloaded. I don't know if I have Balena Etcher up here already. This is old drive that I just pulled out to make this video on. So let me see if I even have it. Let me search for it. If not, we'll download it. Balena. I do not have it installed, so I need to download it. So let's go here and let's get it. All right, it's going to tell you you're leaving the site, and that's fine. And we'll just download Etcher. And this is where you come and see which one you want. I usually just use this. You can use the app image. I could probably run the app image up here. So let's download that. We'll download this one just cause. So, and they're both downloaded. So, what you normally want to do is just come over here where I downloaded it at. I got a lot of stuff in here. There we go, right here. What I would do is extract this here, and you just run this here. I don't know if you need to make it executable or not, but you just run this. You have to run it from here because I think it prompts you to type in your password. Oh, it didn't. But I'm ahead of myself. But we've got that downloaded, and then we need to get back here, and we need to get our Steam OS if it's done downloading. I think I was finished downloading. It's been a while since I made a video. Let's see. So it should be like 3 gigs. Steam. Okay, there we go. Right there. So 3.3 gigs. Cool. We just need to extract here. And it'll start extracting that. And we could refresh. And it'll change. Whoop. I got too much stuff in here to do like I did earlier. I could just redo that and it would show you. Dang, that was fast. It's already finished. All right. So we got our IMG file. Let's open this in a new window so we can see it. All right, so we need Balena Etcher, and we're gonna just run it. All right, so I'm not doing that here. You'll choose your drive. I don't have the right drive in right now. Oh, I do have the right drive in. All right, I was making sure it wasn't my Kingsford drive, my PNY. All right, so this is already done here. That's why I have all this over here. It's already done. All that is done. So what we want to do here, we go flash file, and we go over here and we choose our file. Is that it? Yep, that's it right there. We choose this, select that, and then we flash. And let's flash. It's going to ask for your password. Oh, man, I forgot I haven't used this drive. This OS in a while. This is my first gaming setup from 2022. I just gotta set it up. Okay. So that's gonna start flashing your drive. This may take a while depending on the drive. It's not gonna take 109 minutes or anything like that. It is not gonna take that long. But it'll go through, it'll flash to 100%, then it'll verify that the files are good. You don't have to verify, you can hit skip. You can see right here, we're getting really close to it being done. And after this process, it will start to do a check to make sure that it installed correctly. When it's flashing, it's purple, and when it's checking, it goes green. And I have never seen it fail once it flashes. So, like, if you don't want to validate that it installed correctly, you can skip that part. If you got time, you just walk away and just let it set it like Ronco set it and forget it. It'll validate. You won't have to worry about whether it failed or not. All right, yeah, starting the validating process here. You can see that's green. I'm not sure how long it takes it to validate. It'll keep going through validating until it's done. And when it gets 100%, it'll tell you you can take it out. Flash completed, and you're good to go. The Oh wow, that was loud in my ears. And this won't go to a boot menu, something. So let's see if we can boot. Manager, we're gonna boot this. Okay, okay, so that's there. Right. So okay, I had to do this the old-fashioned way and film inside of SteamOS Live. Okay, this is what we want to do. We want to wipe device and install SteamOS. Now, do not, if you have a drive in here that you don't want to lose, take it out because this is going to destroy whatever's on that drive. And it says right here, this actual wipe and reinstall SteamOS on this device will permanently destroy all data on your device. This cannot be undone. Proceed with caution. So this is how you start it. Click proceed. And then it says this action is irrevocably clears all user data. It gives you 5 seconds to click that X over there, but it is very fast. So it's just gonna start. And it's gonna install SteamOS on whatever drive you have in there. And this is how the process goes. It clears everything out. It recreates the partitions that it needs to create and starts the install process. Now this is for the newer GPUs again. This is going to be the background. I'll see if I can find a picture of the old background, but this is what you're going to need right here. It's going to look like this. And remember, this is going to be the from October 27th of 2025 is the actual thing that you need. But the process is very quick. I tried to do this in a virtual machine that did not work out for me. And I kept trying to film it inside a computer and it kept acting weird and freezing and acting choppy. So on a whim, I just reset the BIOS to default and turned off secure boot. And then it started acting normal. Secure boot was already off because it won't boot if secure boot is on, but for some reason something was holding up the OS because every time I would boot into it, it would freeze and lag and stuff like that. But once I cleared the BIOS and tried it again, it actually worked. Now this is not going to boot because it's in an NVIDIA laptop, so it's definitely not going to boot this OS no matter what I do. Unless I know how to manipulate this and get the correct drivers on. I probably could, but I am not that guy. I just do stuff that works already, or find stuff that I know I can make work and keep hammering it until I can get it to work. That's how I got my laptop the way I wanted to get it, my AMD laptop. But it is not, I just got it. I don't want to try to open it up and take a hard drive out to try and do this. And I got it working the way I want it to work. So I don't want to mess that up. So that's why I'm experimenting on something else so I can show the live view of what happens when you install the latest, probably not the latest version of SteamOS, even though this will update you to the latest SteamOS. Now you can actually use the commands that this thing is using to install it on a hard drive if you want it to. See, it's already done because you can use DD, but like Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility. But that's the end of this right here. The only thing left now is for you to hit proceed to choose to reboot now, and it'll restart. But this is where I'm going to stop the video. I'm not sure if this is the end or not, but if it is, thanks for watching and happy gaming.